giving Christian Grey the sequel. Like, what is this? Hey nerds, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another episode of Reading Rouge. This series on my channel where I simultaneously put on my makeup and do a book review. Today's subject. Yeah. Twisted Love by Anna Huang. Here we go. I got some things to say, but before we get into that, please leave a like. It really helps me and I appreciate it. Thank you. Now let's get into this. Oh Lord, okay, where to start? Twisted Love is a romance novel that follows the sunshine, grumpy trope, good girl, bad girl trope. All that stuff. You probably heard about this, seen this on TikTok. That is not how I got this book, by the way. This was a Christmas gift. I didn't know nothing about it. Okay? I asked for this for Christmas because it was on my recommended list on Amazon and I didn't look at the summary. I should have. That is the last time I played Russian roulette with my Amazon recommended list. We have two main characters in this book, Ava and Alex. We have Ava, who is a college student who is majoring in photography. I'm pretty sure, yes, aspiring photographer. And she's very sweet and, you know, naive. She just believes in all the good in the world. And then you have Alex, the brooding, genius, sexy, like rich Alex, who is just, ooh. He believes in all of the bad in the world. He's like the polar opposite. He's a foil to Ava. Both of these characters suffer from a dark past that plagues them to their present day life. And they seem to find comfort in one another. This Reading Rouge is probably going to be a little long because I took notes. Honey, I took notes for this video. I always take notes, like with all my videos, but this one, I really had to like sit down and write, and I have pages and pages and pages of notes. I had to get my thoughts out clearly so I could, you know, be articulate while talking about this with y'all. Let's get into the plot, okay? Spoiler alert, I'm about to like recap the entire plot. So if you don't want that, sorry, click off the video. So this book starts off with Ava stranded at the bus stop in the pouring rain. She's coming from a photo shoot and she cannot seem to get a Lyft or an Uber or anything. Josh, her big brother, sends his best friend Alex to go pick her up. Alex isn't happy about it. He got other shit to do. But he goes to pick Ava up. Alex and Ava cannot stand each other, but secretly they have the hots for each other, okay? So both of them are headed to a going away party for Josh, Ava's brother, and Alex's best friend. Josh has some like study abroad thing or something in Central America, country undisclosed, okay? We don't know what country he's in. Josh asks Alex to keep an eye on Ava while he is away. Begrudgingly, Alex agrees to this. Josh asks not only because he's an overprotective brother, but he fears that Ava's ex, Liam, is gonna start bothering her. So he needs someone to look out for his baby sister. After Josh leaves, Alex moves into his house, which happens to be right next door to Ava's house. How convenient is that? You know? So Ava's entire friend group is wanting to know the tea of a incident that happened like soon after Josh left. So apparently Ava was not answering any of Alex's text and he asked her best friend and roommate Jules to help find her because that pissed him off, I guess. So they end up tracking her down and she's at a friend's house helping him with a boudoir photo shoot. You know, stuff for his portfolio, what have you. Alex is a jealous mess because Ava's wearing lingerie in front of another dude. He don't like that. He also didn't know where she was at for an hour, so I guess he was scared or something. Boo-hoo. He is in his feelings. He decides that it's going to be cute to threaten Ava's friend whom she was helping. He threatens to end the guy's career, you know, because he's powerful. He has money, all that stuff. I forgot to say this about Alex. So Alex has like an IQ of 160. He created a multi-million-dollar company by the time he was 14, and he quadrupled his family's or his dad's inheritance that he left for him. He's super rich, super smart, I gotta know, and he's arrogant as hell. Yeah, I already talked about Ava. She's really sweet, naive, you know, she's just like a little bundle of sunshine. Alex is going all alpha male. He threatens to break the friend's camera and ruin his career, all that shit. Back to the friend group. So Ava has 3 friends. She has Jules, who I just mentioned. She's the best friend, the roommate. Jules is a law student. Super smart cookie. And she's also the slutty best friend. We'll get to that later. More on that later. Then there's Stella, who is a influencer. The author describes her as the United Nations of the friend group. Is because her mama is German and Japanese and her daddy is black and Puerto Rican. I still don't know how I feel about that. Biracial and multiracial subscribers, what y'all think? Are you okay with someone calling you United Nations? Let me know. And then there's Bridget, who is a princess. I'm not exaggerating. She's a literal, like, freaking princess. Like, she's royalty. She is princess of a small European country called Eldora. So Ava's friends come up with a plan to get Ava to pull certain emotions out of Alex, since they've never seen him, like, experience or show real human emotion. They think he's a robot. They think, you know, he's incapable of showing... They think he's incapable of showing human emotion, so they task Ava to do an experiment of some sort. They want Ava to get Alex to feel the following emotions: sadness, disgust, fear, happiness, and jealousy. It's giving Inside Out. Like, what? Like, I was expecting them to, like, zoom inside his brain and see, like, it empty because there's no emotions in there. Sadness is first on the list, so Ava goes over to Alex's house to watch sad movies with him. Ava ends up crying because she's just a sweet little, you know, little cutie patootie. Alex, being the rigid, cold asshole that he is, he don't shed not one tear, not one. He don't cry. They get to talking and everything like that in between movies, and this is when Alex calls Ava Sunshine for the first time. See what I did there earlier? Yeah. And this is going to be her nickname throughout the entire book. I feel like it's kind of on the nose because this is like a sunshine grumpy type of book, but hey, I digress. I will say this, it's a hell of a lot better than Pigeon. We're not gonna talk about it though. Ava ends up falling asleep on the couch next to Alex after the movie's over. So Alex decides that Ava's gonna sleep in the bed with him because she'll be too uncomfortable on his, like, minimalist couch, and he wasn't gonna give up his bed, so they just go sleep in the same bed. Further into the book, Alex is attending a ball for, like, alumni, and what do you know, lo and behold, Ava is there too, which I'm confused about because she's still in school at this point. Why is she there? Like, why are you here? You ain't graduate yet, damn it. Anyway, Alex gets all jealous and territorial when he sees Ava dancing with another dude. He don't like that. So Alex scares off the guy, and then he starts dancing with Ava. So, you know, things are getting a little tense, and then Ava realizes that Alex wants her because he's so overprotective of her. He knows everything about her. You know, she feeling it. She feeling him. And she was like, all right, since you know everything, tell me what I want. What do I want? And then he tells her this. Love. Deep, abiding, unconditional love. You want it so much, you're willing to live for it. You want it so much, you say yes to anything. Believe in anyone. One more favor, one more kind gesture, and maybe, just maybe, they'll give you the love you want so desperately you would whore yourself out for it. I don't know if I say that, but whore yourself out. Alex, goodbye. And then also Alex has this moment where he's like, stop romanticizing me, Ava. Like, okay, stop stalking her and giving her bedroom eyes all the time. Then we can see about her not romanticizing you. Like, shut the f up. Later, Alex is leaving the benefit and he hears someone struggling. It turns out it's Liam forcing Ava up against the wall. Ava headbutts the dog out of him to get herself free. You go, Ava. And then Alex proceeds to literally almost beat him to death. Like, he was not gonna stop until Ava like said something. So this triggers Ava's PTSD. Remember that I mentioned that both of them had a dark past? It's time to talk about Ava's. When Ava was a little girl, her parents were going through a divorce. One day her mother was out in the backyard, you know, they were hanging out together, and so her mother went to go inside to get some sunscreen. Meanwhile, Ava was playing near the lake or the pond or whatever, like above this deck in the backyard, throwing pebbles into the water. Next thing she knew, someone pushed her in. She's like 5 at this point in time, and baby girl can't swim. So now she has a fear of like bodies of water. She ain't been right since then, and then ever since that moment in time, she's been having really, really bad nightmares. Like, I don't blame her. Like, girl, she nearly died. Baby girl couldn't swim. She almost drowned. Her mother was depressed from going through the process of divorce, and then what happened to Ava on top of that, it was too much for her. So it ended up doing her in. Her mother died of a drug overdose. So after one of Alex's jealous buddies pushes Ava into a pool, Alex offers to help Ava to teach her how to swim. Oh, I forgot to add this about Alex. Okay, ew, I hate this part. So Alex has like this weird, he has these weird rules. First of all, he doesn't do relationships. You already know what that type is. Y'all read enough books like this. He just likes to have fun. And then he has these rules when he's having fun. He doesn't like to kiss, no kissing on the lips, and then no eye contact. What the f*** actually? Because it's giving Christian Grey the sequel. Like, what is this? What is this? This ain't right. Now it's time to talk about Alex's dark past. So when Alex was a little boy, I think around maybe 9 or 10-ish, I don't know, I can't remember, I'm not gonna look it up. His entire family was murdered right in front of his eyes. So from that day forward, Alex has been plotting years-long revenge to get the person who he believes was responsible for his family's death. This is one of the subplots in the back of the story, you know, him plotting his revenge, and then his uncle Ivan is also like a part of this. He's helping his nephew like plot his revenge so he can get the person who killed his family. More on that later. So Ava decides to throw Alex a surprise birthday party in return for Alex helping her learn how to swim. Alex is kind of annoyed at this, but he's fine. He goes with it. He lets it happen. After the party, Alex and Ava are in the kitchen, you know, cleaning up the dishes together. And this is when Ava finds out that this is the first birthday party that Alex has had since his family passed away. At this point in time, emotions are running high. You know, there's a lot going on between the two of them. They end up kissing for the first time. It's too much for Alex and he pushes Ava away. He can't handle it. He's saying it was a mistake and Ava shouldn't be messing with somebody like him. He's not a good person, yada, yada, yada. Like, just get over yourself at this point. Like, yes, you may have done things that you're not proud of, but like, that makes you undeserving of love, and then on top of that, just because you think you're undeserving of love, you want to make her believe that that kiss was her fault, but you kissed her back. Boy, more on that later. Let me reel it back in. We ain't done. Yeah, he's urging Ava to stay away from him like that, and then he also says for the second time, stop romanticizing me. You've had thoughts about like screwing this girl. Don't even go there with me right now. We're not gonna do that. Is what we not gonna do, okay? So at the next swimming lesson, Ava ends up blacking out. She was doing good at first, but then something freaked her out and she ended up like, you know, it was a mess, child. So Alex takes her out of the pool. He's consoling her, and then this is like, my boyfriend's getting in the shower. That scared the shit out of me. Yeah, so Alex is consoling her after, you know, her freaking out in the pool, and this is where she falls hard for him, honey. And she's like, Alex, kiss me, you know, all dramatic and shit. How they be doing. Alex hesitates, but he end up giving in. He kisses her, you know. So they can't take it no more. They end up going to the penthouse suite of the hotel that they were using the pool for. They end up Y'all, let me just read y'all what this man said to her. He goes, "You want me to take you, sunshine, ruin you, pound you into a pathetic mess, turn you into my little doll." Y'all find this sexy? Is my question. Like, I'm so disgusted right now. Let me keep reading, girl. "But do you know what it means to be taken by me? It means you're mine. Your mouth is mine. Your breasts are mine. Your ass is mine. And your pussy is mine. Every inch of you belongs to me. And if you ever let another man touch you, you'll end up in pieces and you'll end up tied to my bed and in every hole until my name is the only one you remember. Do you understand?" I just want to chuck this across the room for the 8th time. Y'all find this attractive is my question. Like, genuinely, like, be honest with me. Y'all think that was sexy? Moving on. It's like, do y'all not see a problem with that shit? All of a sudden, after they spend most of the day like knocking boots, Ava, her nightmares stop. So let me get this straight. Let me see if I have it together. You mean to tell me, you trying to tell me that dick, penis is the cure to nightmares and childhood trauma? And after they, you know, was ravaging each other, they immediately start dating after that. And like I said, Alex doesn't do the whole relationship thing, but for Ava, he will, because Ava is special. Ava is all of this in that. Ava. It's so much thicker on the side. What did I do? What went wrong here? It's Thanksgiving now, and Ava is visiting her father. She has a weird relationship with her father, if you could even call it that. He's always been standoffish towards Ava and kind of awkward around her, you know, like he doesn't really want to like be near her or something. And Ava assumed that this is just like a cultural thing because apparently Chinese fathers or Asian fathers, they tend to favor sons over the daughters, okay? She thought it was just, you know, that cultural aspect of them being Chinese. Oh yeah, Ava's Chinese. Woman of color in the front line. Thank you. So a repressed memory from Ava's childhood resurfaces in a dream. Then the next morning she sees her father working out. Oh my god. And she notices the ring that he's wearing on his finger. She remembers seeing that same ring the day that she was pushed into the lake. Plot twist! Her mama didn't push her. Her daddy pushed her in the lake. She also realizes that her dad tried to kill her a second time when she was a little bit older by trying to suffocate her. But he didn't act on it all the way because Josh came home at the right moment. Thank God for Josh. So Ava is freaking out, rightfully so, because what the f***? So after that, Alex and Ava set up a plan to meet with Michael, Ava's father, to confront him about what the f*** he did. So the meeting's taking place and then Ava's like, "I know what you did. I remember what you did. I remember all of it." And he's like trying to gaslight her. "Honey, like, you know, none of that happened." And then after a few seconds, he finally confesses to what he did. And also he has like this entire like villain monologue with like slow clapping. And he was like, "So you finally figured out. I didn't think you were gonna," like, oh my gosh, like shut up. This is not about you. You're not the Joker. Stop. And the reason he wanted to kill Ava, get rid of her, is because she was a constant reminder of the alleged affair that, you know, his wife had. And he didn't believe that Ava was his biological daughter. So they end up catching him in 4K because they recorded the entire conversation. They got you. You're going to jail. So the FBI, freaking I, was outside the door the whole time. They come and they arrest him. You know, Alex got connections. He got money, so he had the FBI come get this bitch. And lo and behold, guess who else is here to hear all this go down? Josh is there too. Plot twist again. Yes, Josh is back from the mysterious unnamed country that he was in Central America. I'm not gonna lie. This book was getting on my nerves the entire time, but this part was entertaining. Like I was shocked. I was intrigued. I was immersed in this part. It was just drama. Yeah, Josh heard everything, all that, and he kicks his daddy's ass, as he very much should. Good for you, Josh. Kick his ass. Do that. So yeah, they take him away. He's arrested now. He going to jail for a long periodically time. So after all this, all of these shenanigans, Josh finds out about Alex and Ava. He's not too happy about it, but he gets over it. He's like, okay, well, if you're happy, then that's all that matters. And then he does like the big brother thing with, what's his face? Alex. He's like, you know, break her heart and I'll kill you. You know how big brothers be doing. You know what they do. Also, can we talk about that? Like that whole situation about Josh finding out? What is it with that trope? Like the best friend's brother and the brother's best friend, like what is that about? Like why is that a no-no in all these books, in like movies sometimes? Like y'all, ain't y'all grown as f? Ain't y'all like why is that such a bad thing? Why is it so bad for your sister to be dating your best friend? And why is it so bad for your best friend to be dating your brother? Like what? I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. Especially if y'all grown as f and you're consenting adults. What's the problem? What's the issue? I love you. At least I know what my next trope video is gonna be. So a week goes by, you know, stuff happens. I'm skipping a lot of minute details. I ain't got the time. So a week goes by or so, and then Alex finds out that person who he thought was responsible for his family's murder, he was wrong. It was his Uncle Ivan this entire time. Yes, his uncle was the one who murdered his entire family. And then here he go helping him plot the revenge. Sickening, I know. So Alex makes a plan to meet with his uncle to confront him about, you know, what he did to his family, because he don't like that. Like, you lied to me all these years. What you been doing, bro? So they finally meet up. He's confronting his uncle, and then it's revealed that Uncle Ivan kidnapped Ava and Bridget. They brought this up in the book. Alex was like, does he know that he just kidnapped an actual princess, and that this is like, you know, the stupidest shit he could have done? So Uncle Ivan is saying, you know, I'll give the girls back if you surrender your CEO position to me and give me like $50 million. I'll give him back if you do that for me. Alex isn't budging, and then he's also trying to convince his uncle that he doesn't actually love Ava. He was just like using her in an effort to save her life. And he's like just talking mad shit. He's like, oh, she was a good screw, but she means nothing to me. Girl, Ava's over here crying because she is like, I can't believe you saying all this right now. Like, what do you mean, Pookie? We was just locked in like a week ago. Like, what's going on? She's so hurt by this, but she don't realize that he fronting. It's not real, baby. It's not real, but she don't know that. Ivan calls his bluff. He ain't believing it because he knows for a fact that Alex is in love with Ava. Alex also reveals another bombshell. He did not meet Josh and Ava by accident. This was all planned and predetermined. Let me tell you how. Alex was convinced that Ava's dad, Michael, was the one who killed his family because he was like a rival company owner to Alex's dad, so he was like jealous or something. So Ivan put it in his head that Michael was the one who killed your family. It was Ava's dad. So he infiltrated the family by befriending Josh and then getting to know Ava, getting to know the dad, so he could like move in on him, play the long game, and like end up, you know, getting his revenge on him. But he was wrong. It was your own uncle. Uncle Ivan said he killed his family because he was trying to get with Alex's mama, and Alex's mama didn't want him. She rejected him. Rejected. You just got rejected. R-E-J-E-C-T-E-D, rejected. Yeah, so they standing off for a little bit longer. Push come to shove, the girls get themselves freed from the captivity, and you know, Ivan is up against the wall at this point, and then at the last minute he's like, come on nephew, we're family, we're family. And he was like, you ain't no family of mine, you killed my family, like f you. It was giving The Lion King. I'm not gonna lie. It was giving Simba and Scar standoff Act 3, okay? It very much gave that, like, Simba, family.
You don't deserve to live.
But Simba, I am family.
He also, like, planned this ahead. Like, Alex poisoned him, like, 2 weeks before they met. And this type of poison is like, you know, meant to deteriorate the human body over time. You know, because they met before that. It's a whole shebang. It was like a little reveal. It was kind of badass, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. Too many details. Alex uses his connection and he gets the whole crime scene cleaned up and all that stuff. And then after this, Ava comes up to him like, yo, I need to know right now, was what you said true? Like, were you just playing up to like trick your uncle, or like, did you mean all that shit? He lies and said, yeah, he meant what he said, which I don't get. Like, the person who could have used all that shit against you about liking Ava for real is dead. You killed him. You don't have to lie no more. Why are you still telling this girl like, yeah, I meant that? And what about it? Like, what are you doing? You're being fucking stupid, if anything. Like, how do you have an IQ of 160 and you're this dumb? I can't comprehend it. Neither can you, apparently, Alex. It's like, you can say psych now. He not in the picture no more. Then you tried to flip the script on her talking about, see, this is what happens when you trust people too much. I'm like, oh, do not f***ing go there. Don't f***ing go there. Don't do that. Oh my, he made me sick. No. It's like, you don't have to protect her from this life no more. Like, you can tell her that it was a fake, it was a scam to save her life. But no, you have to do the hard way because you're done. So Ava has her heart broken. Poor baby. She's been through enough. And then Alex's ass just had to, like, you know, put salt in the wound. Like, she's been through enough these past few months. Like, you need to just go away. So Josh finds out, you know, about the whole situation. He ends up kicking Alex's ass, as he should. And then Alex has like this inner monologue where he's like, yeah, I deserve this. You know, hit me harder. Like, this is what I deserve. Yes! Don't try and make us feel sorry for you. Like, yes, I would have kicked your ass too. Like, what's wrong with you? Time jump. 2 months later, Ava is on her way to London for a photography fellowship. Remember how I said she was a photography student? Apparently she good at it. She got a fellowship in London. Yeah, girl. And this is like her dream opportunity, so this is good for Ava. Alex ain't doing too well. He looks like shit, feels like shit. He is shit. One day, Bridget just storms into his office and demands that he confess his love for Ava. Quite literally the dumbest thing she could have done. He admits it, and then Bridget's like, she's leaving in an hour. Like, go get her, bro. Like, what are you doing? They have this whole thing where he's like rushing to and through the damn airport. I will commend the author on this. She did poke fun at that, you know, because that's like the cheesiest rom-com trope there is. But he gets to the airport and he's too late. Ava already took off. Another time jump! 6 months later, Alex finally finds Ava in London. Ava is pissed. She don't want to see him. Like, after all you put me through, I don't want to see your face. She tells him to leave her alone multiple times and he refuses. He does not leave. For the next 1 to 2 years, he is waiting outside of Ava's apartment every morning. He's walking her to work and shit, buying her gifts until he or she forgives him. And he swears he's looking after her. Like, stop playing. You're stalking her, bro. So Ava's fellowship comes to an end with her very first exhibit. And then she finds out in the middle of the exhibit that someone bought all of her pieces, like an anonymous buyer. It was Alex using his money to get, you know, get further in. You know how to. Then he pops up on the stage, honey, and commits the worst, like, rom-com trope sin. He sings in public. Now, apparently this is a big deal because she tried to get him to sing earlier in the book. And he's like, I don't sing. I can't sing. Turns out he can. And this is supposed to be sweet because, you know, he's never shared this side of himself with Ava before. And he's like, oh, I can sing. I'll sing for you if that means you forgive me. And lo and behold, that's all it takes for her to forgive him. Showing his sensitive side because he's singing to her in public. And I guess 2 years of him stalking her and trying to water her down, that probably did it too. But they make up. They smash after everybody leave the gallery. They have a happy ending. The epilogue, they just end up a lot. So, yeah. They happy together, I guess. So now that we got through the plot, I want to talk about, like, the issues that I have with this book, okay? I'm going to start with Alex. Now, I know most of you are thinking that Alex is just, like, so sexy. He's so protective. He's so dominant. Honey, I could live without reading about him ever again. I think I'm good. Like, first of all, Can we talk about how no one's opinions or boundaries matters, like, unless they're his? Like, he has no regard for anyone's, like, say so, you know, nothing. If it's not his, he ain't with it. He wouldn't let Ava just be. Like, he always had to be popping up somewhere, like, just causing trouble, causing mayhem, major mayhem. He quite literally threatens people who, like, get too close to Ava, or like when he doesn't get his way or some shit. That is an issue. It's like, just because you're a rich genius, you think you can treat people any kind of way. That's not how that works here, ass boy. Also, he's hella violent. Like, I understand that you are in the middle of, like, getting revenge on the people who killed your family. I understand that, but you also, you're doing too much. You're doing way too much for me. This man is bloodthirsty. Like I said before, man just, like, breathes towards Ava the wrong way, he's gonna kill him or try to kill him. Like, ugh. Just a boiling cauldron of toxic masculinity and testosterone. Like, oh my gosh. He's too, like, meticulous when it comes to sex. That I noticed. Like, why are all the bad boys, why do they have so many rules when it comes to, like, knocking boots? What's wrong with y'all? Like, in the beginning, like I said, you know, he has rules when it comes to sex. Like the no kissing rule, the no eye contact rule, all that shit. It's a red flag that he's not willing to look you in the eye during sex. Like, I'm gonna be real. If the only way you can f me is from the back, don't touch me. Don't touch me at all. He has this vexing emotional superiority complex too. This dude literally said that human emotions can be mastered. It's not an exam. Like, what? Like, are you too good to feel human emotions? You too good for that? You're above feeling human emotions? What's wrong with you, bro? He also has this disgusting sense of entitlement. He keeps telling Ava that he's, you know, you're mine, like you belong to me. Hell no. We're not doing that here. I don't know about y'all, but I do not find it sexy that a man wants to own me as if I were an object. That's not my cup of tea, but y'all do you. And that just brings me to the conclusion that he's a f***ing coward. It's like, how are you a grown-ass man with a 160 IQ and you can't handle your own emotions? That's clown shit. He's a fucking psychopath on top of everything else. I'm sure y'all caught on to that, you know, if you read the book or what I just told you. He's crazy! This dude followed Ava around London for 2 years until she talked to him again. Like, quite literally did not leave her alone until she was ready to say something to him or forgive him. He Stockholmed her into submission. And I feel like not enough of y'all noticed that. Oh, he's so sweet. He's begging on his knees. No, baby, he's stalking her and invading her personal space. And guess what? Ava couldn't call the cops in London if she wanted to, because guess what? Alex has friends apparently in the UK. He got the entire, like, British police department, whatever you want to call it, they in his back pocket. So even if she tried to call for help, it wasn't gonna work. And let me say this, if Alex wasn't, like, smoking hot, he wouldn't have gotten away with any of this shit. Half of this shit that he did in this book. But since he's sexy and he's rich and he's smart, y'all let it slide. Like, do y'all not think he's scary and deranged? Like, I think so. I'm terrified. That's all I got on Alex though. My next problem is that Ava's friends suck. They absolutely suck. They suck eggs. They are the main one, like, trying to get Ava to be in Alex's company. Why? I know Ava wants to be around him on her own accord because, you know, she has a crush on him, but, like, that's besides the point. Like, they are not helping her case. Good friends would have told her to stay the away from him. He's very dangerous and short-tempered. But no, they want Ava to trick him into feeling because... just cuz. And you know this man has a short temper. So what would have happened if he found out? Like, even Jules was threatened by Alex when he couldn't find Ava. He was like, you better tell me where the f she is. I'll make sure you'll never work at any law firm, like, in the state. Like, and you thought it was still cute for you to, like, do that little experiment on him. Or have Ava do it. Oh, girl, shit. And then at the end, where Bridget, like, confronts him, like, you know, go get her, what are you doing? You are fake. You are fake. Like, why do you want this psychopath to be near your friend? Bridget, you ain't. Baby, Another problem I had with this book was the after effect like of the message of this book. This book has some very unethical and toxic, you know, points in it. It has behavior in it that should not be romanticized or glamorized. This is no hate to the author. This is just my opinion. Okay? No hate to the author at all. I'm talking about Alex's inappropriate behavior. Like, I've already said my piece on it, but seriously. Also, I have a problem with Ava letting cure all her problems. You already know my stance on that. Like, knocking boots is not gonna solve all of your problems. And then I had a problem with all of the men, or not all the men, but like, you know, the main two men, like, infantilizing her. Like, what was that about? Both Josh and Alex treat Ava as if she's not a grown 22-year-old woman that can't fend for herself. My next problem is the target audience for this book. It's not the audience itself, it's what, you know, how it's marketed, I guess, or something. I'm assuming the main demographic for this book is like women that are aged 18 to 24 years old. I wouldn't be surprised if younger girls were reading this, because, you know, some of us are guilty of doing that when we were younger. But that brings me to my next point. For that first age group, I really hope y'all are not letting this book influence y'all at y'all's big ass age. I know some of y'all really like this book, and that's okay. You can like it. It's fiction. However, I really hope y'all are not modeling your relationships in real life after what's in this book, because that's not what you want. That's not healthy, honey. I don't think you want that. You can read about it and fantasize, but for the real world, may want to take a step back and reevaluate. If you are looking for like a boyfriend to model after these toxic TikTok book talk men, y'all are in for a rude awakening. Another problem that I had, God, I got lots of problems, were all of the tropes that I found in this damn book. So if y'all have not seen my video, the worst tropes in romance books, this one, y'all should go watch it. It's pretty good. I gave 8 examples of the tropes that I hate, and literally this book had almost every single one of them. If not all of them, it was like most of them. You got the shy girl trope. Well, Ava is more naive than shy, but she fit the bill with the whole innocent angel type thing. The slutty best friend trope. Jules is literally described as Jessica Rabbit in real life, and how she likes to, you know, get down with the sickness. Yeah, that was in there too. Overtly dominant male. Need I say more? We done talking about him. Past trauma. This is literally the entire book, and usually it's just like one character, you know, but Anna said, I'm gonna double it and give it to the next person. We're gonna have both main characters have past trauma. Let's just lay it on thick. Bad boy, good girl trope, the whole sunshine, grumpy thing. That's the entire book as well. Literally, like, if not all of them, most of the tropes in my video that I talked about that I do not like. And that's why I didn't like this book, because it was full of those tropes that I can't stand them. And I also realized that this is one book out of a 4-book series, okay? And I have book 2 because that was also another Christmas present, and I did not realize it, just like I didn't realize that one was what it was. I don't know if I can make it through the 2nd book. I barely made it through this one. I don't know if I can make it through the entire series. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one like a 6 out of 10. I say 6 because it was entertaining, despite all of the problems that I just listed. In that I did not like it. Like, in the long run, it was entertaining. Next time I see like a recommendations like on my Amazon, I'm going to read the summary this time around, because I'm not trying to have another situation with this, okay? But yeah, I'm done. You see the green? You see the shimmer? Do you see her? That concludes our video for today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you've read the book, let me know down in the comments what you thought about it. If you haven't read it, I don't recommend it, but that's up to you. And subscribe if you want to. I'll see y'all on the next go round. Okay, bye.